We obviously bring you wall-to-wall coverage on the SABC for the special broadcast, for the special official funeral category 2 that's been accorded by President Ramaphosa for the late Nathi Mthethwa. We've got our reporter Simphiwe Makhanya is also on the ground. Let's hand it to him. Simphiwe, very good morning. Earlier on, we had Bongi, we had Sophie, we had Samkele really painting that picture, what's going to occur from when the cortege obviously leaves the homesteads, makes its way to the sports complex, perhaps back to the burial site. From your vantage point, in terms of the rites of passage, the rituals, and really what is transpiring, the route ahead as well. Tell us a little bit more about what's happening as we edge closer to the start of that official program.
Of course, Lizzo, of course, some of the dignitaries have already started arriving here at the Siyabonga Sangweni Sports Field in Dondota. This is where thousands of, all local residents as well as different leaders really are going to be descending for the official funeral of, South Africa's ambassador to France, Mr. Nathi Mthethwa. Let me step out of the shot and ask my colleague Raymond Mbele to just give our viewers a sense of where we are exactly in terms of this particular stadium. You see, this is where the obviously VIPs would enter and they'd get dropped off from their vehicles here to then start making their way inside the stadium, which is at this very moment still relatively empty. You see there in your visuals the MEC for transport in KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Simphiwe Makhanya, arriving also here. Of course, various leaders have been making their way really inside, this particular stadium. And of course, in the build-up to today's funeral, of course, we have seen quite a number of leaders, arriving and also visiting the family to pay their tributes and offer their words of condolences to the Mthethwa family. I'm going to try and steal a moment with the MEC for transport in KwaZulu-Natal, MEC Siboniso Duma. Thank you so much, MEC, for your time. Of course, this is now the official funeral of Ambassador Mthethwa. Just as someone who grew up within the structures of the ANC Youth League, you also grew up within the structures of the ANC Youth League. What lessons are you taking away from his life?
One of the saddest days in our lives in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, as you might know. He was an organizer, embodiment of what a pillar of the ANC is. Amongst other things, he was able to distill and digest complex matters, the strategy and tactics in some instances. You'll remember during the NGC in 2005, we started checking the transition, whether the economy and the wealth transfer, does it favor in terms of balance of forces, Africans in particular, blacks. So all those processes, he was amongst those. In the ANC, we've got a document called Strategy and Tactics. He's been always amongst those comrades par excellence who are able to start that process afresh. Whether we're going to the conference, we always review such document. As you know, that we are defined as neither capitalist nor socialist. What does that mean? Although we're a disciplined force of the left as the ANC, we are always trying by all means, because our existence, the foundation of the ANC, were designed to ensure that those who are vulnerable in particular must always be protected. Who are the motive forces? How do we define the motive forces? Comrade Nathi Mthethwa was among those comrades. In his heyday, just imagine a son of Mthethwa in this remote rural area was able to comprehend, even digest such critical matters, which was assisting. And he was amongst those comrades who are saying that the issue of traditional leadership, why do we say Anglo-Boer war if there was a war between white? Is it because of white supremacy? But when it comes to Bambata, you're saying Bambata rebellion, defining Bambata or diminishing the element and the principle of a strength. If you say he's a rebel, it means that he was just doing something that does not value the placement value in terms of assisting the people. But when you say Bambata wars of resistance, already you are elevating his strength.
MEC Duma, we appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Rafa.
That is MEC Siboniso Duma, who is also, a member of the ANC's provincial task team here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I'm going to allow link to my colleague Bongiwe as well as Sophie. Sophie and Bongiwe, what's happening on your vantage point?